10. It's 90 degrees out as dust falls on the Rampants field. It's less than 2 weeks before the season opening. They're scrimmaging against Leesville Road High School.
We got to go. It's time to turn it up.
The team is healthy. But all of that is about to change.
Yeah, I led too much in my head, really.
Linebacker Gray Dixon is hurting.
Was it worse?
On the sidelines, a new medical team is waiting. A medical doctor and Becky, the athletic trainer.
Yeah, what's that?
No, you can take your pads off, Gray.
Gray is devastated and frustrated.
No, you do. It's policy, I'm sorry. You don't play again until you go see the doctor. It's not.
Tonight's scrimmage is over for him. And who knows whether he'll be able to play in the upcoming season opener.
I have a headache, but I mean, it's football, you're going to get headaches. I mean, I told my coach, the coach told the trainer, so she said I could go back out there. I mean, I've had a concussion before, I don't feel the same as I did then, so I mean, I think I can still be out there.
No loss of consciousness, you know.
The first thing I thought was, here we go again. And I got to the school as quickly as possible.
Some doctors
Pam Dixon meets her son in the trainer's room.
I'm going to give you a list of words, and when
Becky goes through an extensive checklist to evaluate his concussion symptoms.
Can you keep your eyes closed?
Made me very nervous, very nervous. He was just slow to react, more so than usual.
I do think you have a concussion.
Becky's immediate orders?
Try and limit texting, computer usage. Your brain can only rest and get better if it is resting.
Early the next morning, Gray has a visit with his doctor.
Okay, it's out. Turn over. Close your eyes.
He confirms Becky's diagnosis, a mild concussion.
You just have to be cautious.
Gray will have to sit out again.
I feel fine now, like, I'm just going to rest and then come back.
But this time, they're going to take things slow. Gray will be monitored by doctors and his athletic trainer the whole time. After a day or two symptom-free, no headaches, no dizziness, Gray can begin light exercise. Then he can slowly increase physical activity every couple of days. But he must stay symptom-free. If that happens, eventually he can work his way back to the field. But the clock is ticking. The season opener, less than 2 weeks away. Monday morning, 5 days after the hit, Gray insists he's ready to practice.
You ready to go back and play? Yeah, having fun. I'm all right.
But unlike past seasons, they won't just take his word for it.
We're going to test you. I'm going to see where you're at.
Remember that grueling computer test all the players took before the season began? Well, Gray takes the test again. Becky will compare the new results to Gray's preseason baseline. The news is not good.
Your verbal memory score and your visual memory score and your reaction time are down.
Becky calls her medical supervisor.
I mean, he's been symptom-free for a week now. And when did he get his concussion? Like a week and a half ago?
But she soon learns Gray started running and lifting weights just days after his injury.
You are making your recovery longer. Or could be. So that's why I want to stop all activity, let you rest. We'll test you again tomorrow afternoon, see if it's closer to your baseline. If it is, then we still have a chance to play on Friday. If it's not, then Friday is probably out of the question.
It is not the way Gray thought he would start his last season. But even after 2 concussions, he wants to play.
You don't worry about that? Why not?
I don't play the game scared, I guess.
That's your brain we're talking about.
I know. I mean, it's a sport. There's a lot of risks in everything, really.
Gray, like so many other young football players, is willing to gamble his future on the game he loves. Kevin Guskowitz is not. He is one of the country's leading concussion researchers and recipient of a prestigious $500,000 MacArthur Genius Grant to study head injuries.
I'm going to ask that
when you leave this field today, that you never again use the word ding or bell ringer. And if you hear a teammate using that, if you hear a coach using that, if you hear your athletic trainer using that, you say, you mean a brain injury.
He travels the country, educating everyone from the NFL to local high school players, parents, and coaches on how to prevent head injuries.
So it's helmet impact telemetry? Is that
Yes.
That system?
It's system.
I met him at a nearby football safety clinic.
This shows 6 single-axis accelerometers in the helmets.
Collecting the data.
Collecting the data, and it's all communicated through this receiver here. This would be set up on the sideline.
Let's try this. I'm going to give it sort of a moderate hit here and see what happens. So
it's recorded up here at 23.6 G's of acceleration.
He showed me how hard these hits really are.
He's going to withstand an impact 157 G's.
Wow.
What we see is impacts to the crown of the head are about over 3 times more likely to result in an impact greater than 80 G's.
Wow. Again, that's similar to a car accident.
That's right. The question becomes how many of those big impacts and the subconcussive ones can a player withstand over the course of a season or a career until there's some cumulative damage.
Subconcussive blows are the everyday hits, small hits. They don't cause concussions. An average high school player sustains more than 650 of these hits per season.
You're talking about people in their, young, in their 40s, developing dementia, almost Alzheimer's-like diseases. It could be a result of many smaller hits over their career.
A series of those subconcussive insults to the head that add up over time.
For now, Ray Dixon is not thinking about that. After 2 weeks on the sidelines, missing the first game, the new medical team finally clears Ray to play. He's back on the line of scrimmage. And they win. But will the Rampants stay in the championship hunt? And can they and Gray stay healthy?
Good job, bud.